For today's video, we will talk about aerobic exercise. So, aerobic exercise comes from the word aero, which means with the presence of air. So, this all would also refer to long lasting workouts that have very low to high intensities. And it requires you to move continuously, which means during about of exercise, you are not allowed to stop at any point. So since this is a continuous kind of exercise from a very low to a very high intensity, then you cannot stop while you are doing the exercise. On the other hand, um, anaerobic exercise, which also means the absence of air. So when we say aerobic exercise, the presence of air, anaerobic exercise is the absence of air. So this would refer to a short lasting and high intensity activities, and it is the exact opposite of aerobic training, which focuses on developing our overall cardiovascular endurance. So, a simple example of this is sprinting or running fast. And to perform this activity, you need to move from one place to another at a very quick rate. So, there is a need for you to be quick as possible. So, there's agility when it comes to anaerobic exercises. And of course, this focuses into the development of your cardiovascular endurance. So when we say aerobic exercise from a low to high intensity, but for anaerobic exercise, this is a high intensity activities, which means um, you are um, doing a very intensified activities. We have aerobic, muscle, and bone strengthening activities. How do they work and how do they differ? So we will know this. So for aerobic activities, these are also called cardiovascular exercises or cardio exercises, which focuses on the development of our heart. So these activities increase our heart and the breathing rate, and this cause us to sweat profusely and breathe harder. Our heart pumps blood more vigorously, causing oxygen to circulate throughout our bodies. And this allows us to sustain our aerobic exercises also for a few minutes or for several minutes, then we can sustain our aerobic exercise. Then for this one, such activities um, like jogging, running, swimming, and dancing are some examples of aerobic exercises which improve our cardiorespiratory fitness. For cardiovascular, the most important, activity that you need to perform is swimming. That's the very effective cardiovascular activity. For muscle strengthening activities, these are exercises in which groups of muscles work or hold against a force or some weight. So the activities help build good muscle and strength. So if you would like to develop a certain part of your body, then you have to do muscle strengthening activities like your biceps or your lower limbs or your abs or the abdomen. Then you do certain activities that would also improve or strengthen your muscles. And for bone strengthening activities, um, these are activities that can increase our bone density throughout our skeletal system. So this is called bone hypertrophy. And bone strengthening exercises do not only focus on bone health, but it also focuses on improving our muscle strength, coordination, and balance. So depending on the activities that we are doing, so we can have bone strengthening activity, muscle strengthening activity, or the aerobic activities. So if you have questions and clarifications, you can get in touch with your teachers and you can ask us.